One of the biggest things that ADHD medication did for me, which I was so surprised about, was my relationship with my motivation and disinterest in the things that I did in my everyday life. For a long time, I blamed ADHD for pretty much everything. Struggling to focus at work, ADHD. Has zero motivation to get anything done, ADHD. Sitting on the couch watching TV when you're meant to be working from home, ADHD. You get the point, but after several months of working with my professionals and been on this medication journey, there's one thing that we have, or I have come to realize from my personal experience, not all of it is ADHD related. And it was more or less the motivation for the things that I was trying to do in my life and the huge disinterest in having for those things that I needed to or wanted to get done. And realizing that between the ADHD and the motivation and disinterest was one of the most liberating things I've had throughout this entire journey. And what medication's been able to let me do is actually separate between the two. Because before, and even still to this point, I thought that ADHD was just trying and making things really difficult. Like, I don't know, for instance, I have genuine disinterest in trying to mow the lawn. Yes, I have to do it. I own property, but I have so much disinterest in doing it. I thought it was ADHD that was the problem in not getting off my ass to go mow the lawn. In fact, I just have disinterest in actually doing it. And the other one is work. And I'll have to make another video on this, but motivation for work is the biggest thing for me. Like, I had no motivation or disinterest into that role. For so many years, I was under the assumption that every job that I went through, ADHD was the problem. It was causing me not to focus, not get interested into the role. Like, after 6 months, I'd be questioning myself, why, blah, blah, this, that, and the other. Well, in reality, and yes, no, it's not all 100% of the time, there is some elements of it there, but it was more or less hounding and focusing on the disinterest and the motivation for that said job or that said company. But I guess let me be clear, it's not like I took the medication and then boop, my motivation and disinterest was like, oh, it's not ADHD. There are other factors that come into this, and I've spoken about this before. The medication's an aid, right? There's other things that come into play to allow me to get my methods of thinking a little bit more clearer rather than just relying on medication to basically do this. And I guess to sum it up, if you have ADHD, you think you have ADHD, and you think you have a motivational issue, and you think that ADHD is the sole problem, not saying that it is, especially from my personal experience, it's not the sole cause of it. It might be just the reality of that you have no interest in that, no motivation to do it, and that is okay to accept that reality.